Are you really getting paid $450,000 a year in your job? Maybe you are, but not a lot of you are. And very few of you are getting paid more than $450,000 a year. Your base return alone on $500,000 Tesla is higher than nearly everyone's job pays. Now, if you add alpha, if you can double that, thinking about these things, focusing on it, having the dialogue with us and interacting and putting your brain to work in our group, for example, is going to make you another $450,000 if you do it right. Of course, there's risk. That's why you have to pay a lot of attention and really use your brain and really train yourself. But, that is the question you have to ask. Because some people say, oh, I'm busy, I have a job, I have to do this and that. Well, we have to grow up and understand we live in a new timeline and a new time. And a lot of you guys have way more than $500,000 in Tesla. So, at this point, we are reaching this point in time where you have to go through this inner evolution. Like, if this is all true, what we are saying here, you have arrived at the same conclusion as me. And we understand this is happening. This is the biggest thing that has ever happened. We get a 90% base return on equity per year. Now with alpha, we can double or triple this thing. I tell you one thing, this is a full-time job. It's worth our time. That's the conclusion I came to. It is worth our time because there is probably nothing in the world where you can deploy your capital and get a higher ROI, or where you can deploy your brain and your time and your focus and get a higher return. Just do the math. So it's a question of conviction. If you have conviction in Tesla, you understand the returns. If you have conviction in your own capabilities, or even your interest in learning about trading and all these things to trade around your core position, I can just tell you, I made this decision because I did the math. And the math is, for myself, I do not see any use of my skill, my brain, or my capital where I can get a higher return than Tesla. The more I focus on that, the more I make. And we will need this money. We will need this money. Mark my words. We will need this money. This is not about luxury. This is about survival. If you are not a significant player with capital in the future, you will get wiped out. I am absolutely certain about that. The future that is coming has significant downsides for humans. There is no way around that. But that's only true for humans who don't have capital. For the others, it has unlimited upside. It's very sad, but that's the reality. And if you feel for the people with no money, I tell you the only way to help them is that you have a lot of money. And in group 3, you also go through this transformation where if you have a job, for example, if you have any significant amount of capital, if you have $500,000 or something in Tesla, when you do the math, 90% base return on $500,000, it's already $450,000.